I'm Dr. Flanagan from GoodVets in Uptown Chicago, and today I'd like to help you better understand the importance of deworming your dog. My assistant, Carmiana, will help by asking some questions, and I hope we're able to help you understand why deworming is critical to the health of your dog.
Doctor, why is deworming an important thing to do for my dog?
Deworming is important because it is a preventative measure. Diseases most of the time are a lot easier to prevent than have to try to deal with, and worms are no exception. We would much rather try to prevent the worms from ever becoming an issue than have to deal with all the issues that they can cause.
And what are some of the parasites found in dogs, and how are they treated?
Some of the most common worms are a lot of our standard intestinal worms, typically roundworms, hookworms, and whipworms. Those are treated pretty similarly with pretty standard dewormers like pyrantel or fenbendazole. There is also a parasite called coccidia that is treated a little bit differently with a different product. It's not always one that causes as much of an issue, so your veterinarian will be able to help determine if that's something that needs to be addressed or not. There is also Giardia, which is a parasite that is treated with a combination of a dewormer as well as sometimes an antibiotic as well.
And how do intestinal parasites impact the health and well-being of my dog?
Intestinal parasites are basically thriving in your pet by stealing their nutrition. So your pet is likely to experience GI upset, most likely diarrhea, sometimes vomiting. Over time it can cause malabsorption of nutrition, leading to things like anemia or low red blood cells, as well as weight loss and more chronic GI issues.
And how would my veterinarian diagnose intestinal parasites in my dog?
The most common way that they're diagnosed is with a fecal test. There are a couple different ways to test the fecal sample in order to diagnose each specific worm. A lot of times, however, we do also diagnose them just based on clinical presentation. So if you see a worm in your dog's stool, which sometimes is the case, but not always, you can always call your veterinarian and usually they're able to prescribe a dewormer based on that alone.
Thank you, Dr. Flanagan, for helping us to get more educated on deworming for dogs.
My pleasure. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to give us a call. We're always here to help.